Today, we will be analyzing the clean, also known as the full squat clean. This Olympic lift is used to develop powerful triple extension through the knee, hip, and ankle joints. Triple extension exercises are useful to develop overall powerful athletic ability. Triple extension exercises such as the clean and all clean progressions are especially useful in sports which require powerful movements to move an individual's body weight or an opponent's body weight. These exercises are also very useful in the tactical population, as many police, fire, and military members are required to perform powerful movements to move their body and/or gear through triple extension movement patterns. As mentioned earlier, there are many variations of clean exercises, each with a specific purpose in a periodized program. Today, we'll analyze the full squat clean because this is where skill transfer from all clean derivatives comes together. Because the clean is a very technical movement, it is imperative that coaches and trainers ensure their athletes are performing the movement with sound biomechanics. To better understand the movement, I'll break down the movement into several components and apply a few very important biomechanical principles to phases of the lift in an effort to provide the viewer with tools to improve overall clean technique. In the starting position, the lifter sets up close to the bar to maximize the amount of force development he can create. This process sets the prime movers into an advantageous force-length relationship to move the lower extremity levers in a biomechanically sound pattern. By setting up close to the barbell, the lifter is able to ensure the bar moves in a relatively straight upward trajectory. As the athlete gets set, he will pull himself into position, subsequently pulling the slack from the bar. When adequate weight is loaded, the coach may notice a slight bend in the bar before the movement begins. This allows the athlete to preload the muscles and create torque through the lower extremity, mainly the hip. As in the squat, the athlete will screw his feet into the ground and get ready to apply force through his midfoot and heel into the platform. The subsequent ground reaction forces will aid in rate of force development as the athlete transitions into the first and second pull portions of the movement. During the first pull, the barbell begins its upward trajectory from the ground to around knee height. During this phase, the athlete creates torque through the hip, ankle, and knee, and the knee begins to extend. This portion is much slower than subsequent phases, so rate of force development and velocity are not major factors. As the lifter transitions from the first to the second pull, the speed, rate of force development, and ground reaction forces all increase to aid in overall force production. Here the athlete forcefully extends the hip, knee, and ankle. This movement increases the bar velocity and moves the weight upward at a high rate of speed. As long as barbell trajectory is relatively straight and adequate triple extension is paired with shoulder elevation, the barbell will begin to progressively increase its velocity. This act allows the lifter to apply a high level of force to the barbell, which in turn allows the bar to begin to move freely. Here's an example of an athlete in the final triple extension position towards the end of the second pull phase of the clean. Take note of the triple extension at the ankle, knee, and hip, as well as the shoulder elevation. At this point, the bar will begin to move freely. The high amount of force produced during the second pull is what allows the athlete to transition into the catch phase of the lift. This picture represents the transition, also known as the scoop phase of a clean. As mentioned earlier, the bar's ability to travel freely allows the athlete to pull himself under the bar as he descends into a full squat. During the catch, the lifter accepts the barbell in a full squat position. Once the lifter reaches the bottom position under load, he will use torque to ascend from the bottom position and complete the lift. Here's an example of a hang power clean, one of the clean-related progressions. Take note of the triple extension and subsequent bar speed, which allows the athlete to successfully catch the load. Next is an example of a full squat clean with significant load. As mentioned earlier, this is where full skill transfer from all progressions come together. Take note of the setup and subsequent bend in the bar during the starting position, as well as the joint movements and bar speed through the two pull phases, which allows Raymond to successfully pull himself under the bar and catch the weight. Thanks for watching this presentation on the biomechanics of the clean. I'd also like to thank Raymond Anderson for volunteering to be the subject in this production.